Welcome to my computer build. Let's start with the components. As fans, I've got 4 of the Master Fan MF120 Halo in white to fit my aesthetic with RGB and cool my system. I've got 4 8GB ROM Corsair Vengeance RGB Pro sticks with DDR4 3600 to be able to stream, game and edit videos. My SSDs are from FireCuda and were on sale. I have a 2TB for games and a 500GB for my Windows. The CPU cooler is called Mugen 5 from Scythe. It has this nice RGB panel and comes with 2 black RGB fans. I've chosen the AMD Ryzen 7 5800X as my CPU. This is the 5th generation. Luckily, I've got a graphics card in times of mining. It is the MSI Gaming X-Trio 3070 and it works with my CPU. I've picked the Be Quiet Straight Power 1000 watt just to be safe for future updates. It came with all cables. As a case, I've chosen the MasterBox TD500 Mesh because I like the aesthetics and it fits my needs. It comes with 3 pre-installed RGB fans. And that's it. Those are all my components. Let's begin with the SSDs. First, we need to prepare our motherboard. I put it on the anti-static plastic it comes in. Make sure to remove all the protection foils. Unscrew the M.2 shield frozer and remove it. Make sure you don't forget the protection foils underneath. And prepare your SSD cards. Insert the card in a 30-degree angle. Secure them with the screws that come with the motherboard. Using a magnetic screwdriver helps. Now, you put the M.2 shield frozer back on. Let's continue with the CPU. The packaging is so big to protect the CPU from damage. As you can see on the bottom left, there is a little dot. You can find it on the motherboard as well. To make it easier, turn the motherboard around. Now unlock the socket. Make sure that the point on the CPU matches the point on the motherboard. Try not to touch it from underneath. Now lock it and we're done. Let's continue with ROM. Because I have 4 ROM sticks, I don't have to worry about their position. If you have less, please check the manual. Unlock all the slots. To make sure you're putting them in right, look at the gap and match it to the motherboard. If it clicks, you're done. Let's continue with the CPU cooler. Instead of using the black fans that came with the cooler, I'm going to use white ones to fit my aesthetics. This magnetic screwdriver was included and is really helpful. Now unscrew the black mounting plates. The next steps depend on whether you're using AMD or Intel. After you've screwed on the mounting plates, put on the thermal paste. Don't forget to peel off the plastic foil on your CPU cooler. Pay attention to its shape. It leaves you space for the ROM sticks. There are 2 holes on the top of your CPU cooler to put your screwdriver through and attach the CPU cooler to the motherboard. Now install the fan clips to your fan and clip it into your cooler. Let's install the motherboard. I've removed the glass panel and the back panel of my case. For easy access, I laid down my case. There you can see where all the screws have to go. So put in your motherboard, stick the cables through and screw it in. Next we are going to install the graphics card called GPU. Remove the third and second cover from the top and press in the GPU. This part is kind of tricky. Now, let's screw this support unit in. Next up are the fans. Make sure to pay attention to your airflow. I put 1 fan in the back and 1 in the top, so that the cool air comes in from the front and leaves at the back and the top. Let's continue with cable management. Let's start with the cables from your case. There is an audio cable, 1 for your front panel, and 1 to connect to your motherboard. To make sure they're at the right place, check your manual. Next up are the RGB cables. The ones from your case are already connected and only need to be plugged into your motherboard. With the other ones, I'm going to make a daisy chain and connect them to the motherboard as well. I have some places to plug them in on the bottom and on the top. The cables which are plugged into your power supply have no writing on it. This one is for your motherboard, this one is for your GPU, and this one for your CPU. Put in the power supply with the fan facing downwards so the hot air can escape. Now let's plug the cables in. Here I try to organize the cables with cable ties. After that, I've put the back and the front panel on again. Now let's set up our computer. Because my motherboard has Wi-Fi, I needed to connect the antenna. Now all the components are in our computer. To set it up, we need a screen, got this one from my grandpa, a mouse, of course Sims 4, and a keyboard, got this one brand new. Now let's plug them all in and get some power. Because I live in Switzerland, I needed an adapter. Let's see. Don't worry about the red light, just check your manual to see what it means. This one just reminded me to put in a USB stick to boot my BIOS. I didn't do much except for setting up my ROM. Then I've installed Windows on my 500GB SSD. We're almost done. I'm installing my 2TB SSD, just like you see on the screen. When they're both blue, you're done. Thanks for watching, let's see the results.